What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. In this one, we are going to be talking about how to become the man. All right? And the main thing that I have realized over the past couple years is that most people will spend their lives putting themselves in a box. They put themselves in a box with the words that they say, with the things that they do, with their environment, with who they spend their time around, where they spend their time, the activities that they end up doing every single day. They put themselves in a box. With how they act, they say, oh, I'm just an angry person, or I'm just a sad person, or I'm just a tired person. That's just a part of who I am. They put themselves in a box. Well, what if I told you that you could become someone new? Someone that operates differently. Someone who makes more money, is more financially successful. Someone that gets more attention from women. Someone who has better relationships. Someone who people respect more. And what it takes in order to get all of this is to become someone different than you are right now. You see, a lot of people are wrapped up in self-identity. They've spoken these things over themselves about who they believe that they are, and they speak about these things like you can't change them. Like people will say, oh, I'm just really bad at public speaking. Oh, I'm just a really anxious person. Have you ever sat down and thought how saying those things turns you into that person? It puts you into that box. It puts up walls that basically say, hey, I was born like this and I can't change. Even though all of those things that I talked about are things that you can definitely change about yourself. You don't always need to be an anxious person. In fact, I used to be an anxious person, and I'm definitely not an anxious person anymore. I used to be a very unhappy person. I'm not an unhappy person anymore. I used to be a very tired person. I was the person that everybody at work would always ask me, yo, how are you doing today? And I would say, tired, man. You say it so many times, it becomes a part of your personality. People just expect that. He's not joyful. He's not energetic. He's not giving. He is a life-sucking force, constantly tired, constantly bringing things down. All right? Most people either give energy or they take energy. And what you can do is you can think about this and you can realize that there's not really a middle ground. Like the people that you spend your time around or the people that you know in your life, you can usually go through and label them as somebody who either gives energy or somebody who takes it, all right? We know that the person number one that tends to be, taking everybody's energy, they're not fun to be around. It's not enjoyable. Person number two, they can give energy to people. They can give energy to you one-on-one, but they also have the power to give energy to an entire group of people. That is power, my friend. That is power, and that is what it means to become the man. To become the man is to become the type of person that other people want to be around simply because you exude that energy, because you give that energy back. You don't take it, all right? This is a massive source of power. The people who have the most power are the people who control the most people. People are power. And when you have the ability to give energy to people, you have power over those people. They enjoy you. They like you. They will do what you say. They will listen to you. When you can give that energy back, this type of person is gold. They are loved. and they are cherished by all that are around them. They don't have a victim mentality. They're not constantly complaining. They're constantly trying to bring others up. They simply operate at a higher frequency. So you may watch these YouTube videos and think, well, Brandon, you're obviously a number 2 type of person. You definitely give energy. It may be why you watch these videos in the first place, because these videos are hopefully a net positive to your life. However, like I said earlier, I was not always this way. This has been something that I have actively had to forcefully implement into my life to get better at. It's something that I have had to cultivate and grow. In fact, I used to be a massive victim. I was obsessed with constantly trying to point the finger at God or at others. Why am I having a bad day? It's not my fault. It's because of the stuff that's happening to me. It's because the things that the universe is throwing at me. Or it's because what somebody else did to me. Blaming others for my own misfortunes. And it took active work to get out of this hole. To become what I say is the man. But now I give energy to thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people that watch my content every single day. Because I practiced. I practiced hard to come out of my shell. The first YouTube video I ever filmed, I couldn't say anything. The words didn't come out of my mouth. Just the thought of somebody else listening to what I had to say was so weird. I was so terrible at public speaking, but now I give that energy back to people. It's a skill that I had to develop. So we have a massive energy problem, all right, in society today. And I'm not talking about the energy grid. The problem is that society loves to pedestalize victims. They like to glorify victims. They like to worship victims. And so what this does is it makes people want to become one. Because they think, oh, what's the quickest way to become famous? Become a victim. Doesn't take much effort. All you have to do is sit there and blame the things around you, and then these people get pedestalized. These people get promoted because they're playing the victim. Go look at society. Go see the people that we put up on pedestals. It's these energy-sucking people. These people that are constantly bickering, that are bitter. They're arguing with everybody else around them. And what I'll tell you right now is that in your personal life, it is going to pay to be a higher energy individual. You need to start operating at that higher frequency. You have to chase it. It's a skill you have to develop. You have to start seeking to be able to exude the energy, the kind of energy that brings other people up. Because people are society. People are money. Like, you want to know how to make a lot of money? Go help a ton of people. Trust me, you are going to make a lot of money. Build a product that helps people, that makes other people's lives easier. And you will quickly notice that that energy can be monetized when you start operating at that higher frequency. I see this shift happen all the time with people that enter my coaching program. They start out as victims. They start out as people that say, yeah, man, I really fell off because, my kid was born, and, well, the wife won't let me go to the gym, and, I've got this, weird medical condition. They talk about all of these problems that they have when they first start, but then I get to watch, because as time goes on, they start to find more confidence as they start stacking wins, as they start taking back the power, as they start taking back the reins to their life and steering their ship where they want it to go, when they start putting work back into themselves, they build up that confidence. And when they build up that confidence, they can start giving energy to the other people in their lives. You see, building up confidence isn't just about doing it for you. It's about doing it for the other people around you. They're all going to benefit from you being your best, most confident self. Like, think of the type of people that complain that they can't get the attention of women. It's like, why are you spending your time and energy complaining that you can't get the attention of women when you can't even talk publicly? You can't even take your shirt off at the beach and feel confident in your own body. And I'm not saying that if you develop an awesome physique, all of a sudden girls are just going to start coming to you like crazy. But why don't you have more confidence in yourself? That's something that you should have. You shouldn't be sitting there playing the victim, saying, oh, all of these girls, like, you know, they ain't shit. They don't want to pay any attention to me. Go inward. Think, do I even want to be around me? So start operating with a higher level of energy. Even if you're somebody who identifies as an introvert, go practice being social. Push yourself every single day to do a little bit more, to become a little bit more comfortable in those situations where you used to be uncomfortable, because you can grow so much more than you think if you slowly, progressive overload. To slowly take small steps, and pretty soon you'll look back and you'll realize that you've become that completely different person. So hopefully this video helped you guys out. Hopefully you all can take this information and go become the man. Make sure to drop a like down below. Make sure to drop a singular thumbs up in the comment section if you enjoyed this video and you watched it all the way through to the end. I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace.